Earlier today, Josh texted me and he said, "This is the day the Lord has made," which comes from Psalm 118, and the response to that is, "Let us rejoice and be glad in it." Today is a joy-filled day, one to celebrate. So grateful for Bill Hanna, for Beth White, for the tremendous contribution of the foundation. Honored to have Josh here, of course, our secretary and Speaker of the House, as well as Governor Holcomb. Today is a truly historic and transformative day.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you for being here today, and a special thank you to all of our distinguished guests joining us. My name is Dan Kozlowski, and I am honored to serve as Executive Director of Big Shoulders Fund Northwest Indiana. Today is a historic day for Northwest Indiana as we make an announcement that will have a profound and life-changing impact for our schools, students, and communities.
Today we all bear witness to an incredible act of generosity, kindness, and selflessness by the Dean and Barbara White Family Foundation. And while today's announcement is very, very significant, $150 million significant, you know, it's not unique, and it's not out of character for this family. The White family, quite frankly, has been among the most ambitious builders, supporters of social trust in this very region. And today marks yet another example. My deepest gratitude to Beth and Bruce White and Bill Hanna, as well as the entire White family, for their months and years, we won't say how many years, but that they have invested in our mission to advance the hopes and dreams of deserving children to realize pathways to brighter futures.
In my lifetime, I don't remember another period where there's been more momentum. I love using that word for the region right now. More consecutive successes than we are experiencing right now in the region. And even more important than the sum of all of our advancements is this great team that has been built out of this process, because it is all of you that will hold all of these things to the standard and continue to make it happen for the people who not only live here today, but for those that are yet to come. Now, it is my absolute pleasure to make an announcement that will transform the educational landscape in Northwest Indiana for many, many years to come. The Dean and Barbara White Family Foundation is donating $150 million to the Big Shoulders Fund over the next 10 years.
Good morning, everyone. As I stand here today, I am truly humbled to be representing the Dean and Barbara White Family Foundation, Dean and Barbara White, who were my late mother and father-in-law, and my late husband, Bruce White. They were all true visionaries who believed that education was an equalizer and that every child should have access to a high-quality education. This was instilled in Dean at an early age by his mother, Mary Gertrude White, that's the Mary G. White, what we're naming this, who was an educator herself, and she graduated from the University of Nebraska in 1906. Her example continued to guide Dean and Barbara as they raised their own children. Their son, Bruce, and I were married for 36 years. But we too shared the belief that education is paramount in making our world a better place. And with Big Shoulders, we work together to make meaningful impact in Chicago and Northwest Indiana. And now today, our partners are poised to do even more in this place, Indiana, that we consider home.
I should say, it's been written that pride is a sin, and so I feel like I'm in a good room to confess. I'm a sinner. I think it's hard to find. You mentioned what a special day this is, Todd, and it's for me as well difficult to think back over the last 7.5 years about a moment I've been more proud. I can attest to this as a son of a retired teacher, that when they pass on this knowledge, they're planting seeds often, and it was said earlier that you may not see it bloom during that school year, maybe not until much later in life, and then something triggers or clicks, and that wisdom comes into play, and you trace it back to that. I learned that in 4th grade. And you remember your favorite teacher or teachers every year. And to have this type of investment where I know as a fact, part of the bonus on top of that salary is seeing your students succeed, seeing them go on to be productive, not just citizens, but neighbors, helpful, lifting a community up. This is, again, a powerful day coming from the region and showing that this generational impact, it's days like today that remind me that the future here in Indiana, especially for our students, is a bright future. And I just cannot thank the rows, this is like pews, by the way, the pews of involvement and commitment, and that recognition of we can do this. We can get around the table and our cup can overflow as well.